the president of the United States, President Donald Trump, has been trending on social media for some time now, and it's been alleged that he's passed on. I mean, a lot of people are talking about it, citing examples, doing videos, sharing condolences on the internet, perhaps about the demise of the president of the United States. Following on this whole issue trending on social media, President Donald Trump is out now, clearing the air on the news of his demise, which apparently happens to be, let's say, a fake news, because Donald Trump is active and he's okay. His response sounds like an indirect jab to the former president of the USA, Joe Biden, and a lot of people have raised concerns about the speech or the proclamations made by the US President Donald Trump. There is a video where he had a conversation with some reporters who were so concerned and were questioning him about how he reacted to the news of his demise on the internet and social media as a whole. Now, taking a look at the video, and then we're going to listen to some of the things that the president pointed out about this whole demise rumor.
Something completely different, but about a big viral social media trend over the weekend. How did you find out over the weekend that you were dead? You see that? 1.3 million user engagements as of Saturday morning about your demise.
Really?
I didn't see that.
You know, I have heard, it's sort of crazy, but last week I did numerous news conferences, all successful. They went very well, like this is going very well. And then I didn't do any for 2 days, and they said, there must be something wrong with him. Biden wouldn't do them for months. You wouldn't see him. And nobody ever said there was ever anything wrong with him, and we know he wasn't in the greatest of shape. No, I heard that. I get reports. Now, you knew I did an interview that lasted for about an hour and a half with somebody, and everybody saw that was on one of your competitors.
So that was the response from the US President Donald Trump to the reporters who apparently were asking about his response and his reaction to the news of his demise on social media. And then you could hear clearly from the president, he stated that he was very surprised. I mean, hearing all these things going on social media, but for the fact that he's still alive, and then because he went silent for about 2 days, people started to spread the rumor that he has passed on, but that is actually not true. And to the extent that he made reference to the former president Joe Biden, that Biden can go off for over months and then people would not even tag him that he passed on or something. But according to him, that shows how active he is. Be active in a regime as his is very, very much surprising. And then it has made a lot of people to have their own concepts and their own ideas about the fact that he has been inactive for just 2 days. And at some point, people thought that he has passed on. That is quite rhetorical and quite funny, let's put it that way. But the president has always been jovial. Knowing Donald Trump, he doesn't really ride so much on social media lies and fake news and all that. He would definitely come out to address it. And this is what one of the address he made concerning the purported demise of him for some few days ago. So that is President Donald Trump. But a lot of conversations have come out after he making such a statement. People are saying that this man is forever a bully and is always going to be a bully, because this question had nothing to do with the former president Joe Biden. But as we heard him loud and clear, he tried to drag Joe Biden into this whole mess that has been created on social media that he was trying to clarify the air. Joe Biden is saying that looking at him and then the former president Donald Trump and then Joe Biden, comparing both of them, is Trump trying to tell us that he's more active than Joe Biden?
So yeah, definitely Trump is more active than Joe Biden, and Trump is more, he's, apart from he being active, his 8 months in office has proven to be worth it than the entire 4 years of Kamala Harris and also former US President Joe Biden. Now, this whole rumor mill basically started after Trump was not visibly seen over the weekend. Last weekend, I'm talking about Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday, typical of him, usually on Saturday, he has this press conference or meetings with reporters at the White House. And very typical of him, he doesn't have his tie on because according to him, it's a weekend. So he usually goes through the same flow with J.D. Vance and his cabinet. But then, not so notably of him, we did not see him on Saturday. He did not tweet, he did not post, no conferences, no interview, and then he was not even scheduled for any public engagement or public programs, sort of. So people were wondering, okay, what is really going on? Then Sunday came, and then still Trump was not visible on his itinerary. I don't know if that's how you say it. On his itinerary, there was nothing. Then the rumor mill started speculating that Trump is dead. Now, they were basing this particular speculation based on three things. Number one, Saturday evening, J.D. Vance, who happened to be the president of the vice president of the United States, he had an interview with NBC. And then he stated that, God forbid, but should anything bad happens, he's ready to take charge as president.
Okay.
So people were asking, we are just 8 months into the government. Trump has not showed any signs of sickness. Trump is not showing any signs of any predicament or anything that shows that he's not capable or he's not in the right shape to take on the job as the first gentleman of the land in the United States of America. So why would he make such a statement? Now, earlier, somewhere, I think somewhere in the afternoon, a news started coming in that Trump's diagnosis, Trump had some little bit of brown patch on his skin. I don't know if you saw it. So doctors came out and said that particular brown patch could lead to cancer and definitely deteriorate to something else.
Okay.
So that added up to J.D. Vance's comments. Then Sunday morning, realized that the flags at White House was flying half-staff.
Okay.
So we were like, okay, what is really going on? There was this bombshell moving on in the media space that there's a planned big press conference which is coming. So, I mean, piecing all the pieces together, it's like, oh, Trump is dead. They're just waiting to tell the whole nation how great he was, the good thing he did for America, blah, 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 and he's dead and he'll forever be remembered. So Sunday, the press conference did not come. Then on Monday, what we saw was U.S. President Donald Trump had this particular press conference where he came out and said, hey, in fact, Peter Ducey, who works with Fox News, asked him, have you heard of your own death report? Yeah, I didn't do anything for 2 days. He said, I'm dead. Meanwhile, President Joe Biden, he'll be missing for months. Kamala Harris will be missing for months. And the reporters in the media poops, oh, she's just fine. She's on vacation. Oh, super sweet. Second lady, second gentleman, and also Vice President Kamala Harris, and also, but Trump has just gone MIA for just 24 hours, 48 hours. Oh, he's dead. Give him a grief. So Trump was basically responding to this whole fake news, and clearly he's alive. In fact, yesterday he even dropped a video of his administration bombing the cartels who have been transporting cocaine drugs. Yes, so he killed 11 of them, and he said this is a warning. So Trump is really doing well, and all of this death news and stuff is definitely fake. Yeah.
But couldn't he have just answered about the death reportage without dragging Joe Biden into the story?
He had to drag Joe Biden because U.S. There's basically two main political parties: the Republican and the Democrats, and then the media, the MSM, the mainstream media, their reportage kind of favors Joe Biden or the Democrats. So if Joe Biden, was missing, let me just take you back. You remember last year, before the debate with Trump, the mainstream media had painted that Joe Biden, then 82 years or 83 years, was in perfect shape to take on Trump. Meanwhile, there was speculation on social media that this man may be suffering from dementia and other predicaments. The mainstream media painted him as fit as fiddle, as a fiddle or whatever you put it. He was strong up until he had that debate with Trump that he exposed himself because America realized that if this is the man who is going to lead us, then we are not safe. Because this is a man who basically forgets his own sentence. And one of the things you also have to realize that the debate, there's no teleprompters. So he was really exposed to the American public. And all of these were the mainstream media, they were covering this.
Okay.
They were covering the whole thing, making it seem as if Joe Biden was very fit. So Trump really had to draw the attention in that, these are parallel scenarios. I just went off for 48 hours. I just say, let me go and rest, relax, I'm dead. Joe Biden will be off for 2 months. He's alive. He's thinking. He's brainstorming. So he had to bring this picture in, yeah.
But does this confirm that U.S. don't really want to see Trump serve to the last year of his term?
Of course, yes. A person who has survived 3 assassination attempts, what do you expect? They want him off because he's doing a great job. They want him off because the contracts that he had with the American people, he's delivering. They want him off because the Democrats know the kind of person Trump is. They want him off because Trump is making America great again. They want him off because Trump is making use of the tariffs. Now, let me say this before we end. Last year, Trump was parading the idea of tariffs. And CNN was saying if tariff come, it's going to bankrupt the whole country. The U.S. is not going to make any money. And fast track, last month, the same CNN was reporting that this Trump tariffs is bringing in billions and billions of dollars, more than any revenue. You see? So I remember last year, economists were saying Trump tariffs, but it is working. It is working. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's a lot of politics and propaganda here, but then it is what it is. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll give you more updates on this issue and more.